Hi everyone, this chapter is going to focus on employee assessment. And by employee assessment, I mean, how are you going to evaluate the performance of the employees? The performance evaluation system should be something that is systematic. And by that, I mean, it should be something that is planned and there's a specific set of goals and strategy in mind before you start the process. The assessment process is really important because it gives employees feedback, formalized feedback on how they're doing within your organization. So this is a time that you can really use as a development process for your employees, whether they're meeting expectations or not within your organization. So when you're putting together a employee assessment system or employee performance assessment, it's also sometimes called, you'll want to determine how often you're going to do the assessments and whether or not you want a pay increase tied to it. Many organizations, if someone has achieved a certain level of scoring within their performance evaluation, they may receive a raise of some sort. So these are two important decisions that you want to make before you set out putting together an employee assessment system. The next thing that you definitely want to determine when you look at employee assessment is how are you going to gather the data and what types of data are you going to use. Many organizations will have the manager of the employee utilize the tool that you create to evaluate that employee. But you may decide that it makes more sense to have their colleagues also evaluate the employee, or customers or suppliers. So we'll address in this chapter the different sources of the data that you can utilize to go into your performance assessment system that you're going to create and utilize. There's also many types of software available out there, which we'll address in the chapter, that can help you manage the evaluation process for your employees. And finally, we'll talk a little bit about how to develop some of the rating scales and some of the forms that you might use in a performance assessment system. And of course, like anything, there are advantages and disadvantages to each of the types of rating systems that you might decide to use. So I hope you enjoy the chapter, and I also hope you have a great day.